In this webinar, we'll look at how Power BI with BI360 can help enable world-class decisions for your organization. So how do we enable faster and better decisions for your users? Well, if you look at the best of business intelligence, which very much is what Power BI enables today, and the best of corporate performance management, where BI360 belongs, how does that complement each other? In the left column, we can see Power BI. In the right column, BI360. Power BI belongs to a category of software, often referred to as business intelligence, which has its strength in dashboarding. BI360, on the other hand, belongs to a category referred to as corporate performance management, which is very much a tool for finance and operations, for reporting and budgeting. Let's talk more specifically about those features that BI360 offers. For example, it's a powerful budgeting and forecasting tool to create the data entry forms that your users need to capture budgets and forecasts. It also has advanced workflow to manage approvals and submissions of budgets when you have many users in the budget process. BI360 also offers a SQL Azure user-friendly business data warehouse that can combine your financial and operational data, significantly minimizing the time it takes to deploy Power BI. And very importantly, BI360's Excel add-in allows you to build advanced professional financial statements, such as your profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow, and other financial reports that require a high degree of formatting. Even more advanced, if you have multiple locations, maybe in multiple countries, BI360 also offers financial rules for things like currency conversions and eliminations, as well as rules and tree builders for consolidating financials and other operational numbers across your different business units. Going back to Power BI, you have one of the world's leading dashboard designer tools. You have rich interactive graphical visualizations in the charting capabilities. You have a cloud dashboard portal where your end users consume the Power BI dashboards. You have great natural language queries for quick and easy answers for your users, and fantastic ad hoc reporting. So if you look at BI360 and Power BI together, essentially you get an architecture like this. At the bottom, you can see examples of different data sources, such as your ERP system, your CRM system, and other data sources that may exist on-premise or in the cloud. With BI360's Azure cloud-based data warehouse, you can easily extract the data from your cloud and on-premise data sources, and it will now sit in the user-friendly data warehouse of BI360, where you can then consume that data with a high degree of formatted financial statements, as we talked about a minute ago. You can enter budgets and forecasts through BI360's input forms, and then you can deliver that data to Power BI through the new BI360 connector specifically built for Power BI. And we'll take a look at that here in a few minutes. Specifically, that connector will appear like you see here with a green arrow when you go to the Get Data menu in Power BI desktop. So let's take a look at how this works. First, we'll start in BI360. Here you can see the API where you will extract data out to Power BI. But before we go there, let's talk about how data comes in to the BI360 data warehouse. So what you see here is the BI360 cloud-based web portal where reporting, budgeting, and dashboards comes together with the data warehouse, and the dashboards being Power BI. So as we said, first we need data to come into the BI360 data warehouse. And you will see here under integrations that there are numerous connectors to go and extract data from different ERP systems, from generic file-based extractions using SQL views and gateways to your on-premise data sources, and even file-based imports. Once this data is in BI360, the first thing you can benefit from is one of the world's leading financial report writers. And what you look at here is the reporting menu with a number of sample formatted reports inside of BI360. If we filter down only to some specific financial reporting examples, and we go into one of them, for example, a profit and loss report, the first thing you can notice is that you have a high degree of formatting in the report. So there's no need to export this data to Excel to add formatting, let's say before a month-end presentation or a board meeting. It comes at the top-notch quality you need directly to present to your users. You can also right-click and drill down, for example, into your GL transactions directly from any cell in the report. Further on, you can add comments. And BI360 allows comments at the row level or even at the report level so that your financial managers can create a commentary on these reports before they're shared with the users either outside of BI360 by email or to a SharePoint site or any other way you want to share it, or inside of BI360 where your users simply are here to run the reports. The other thing we'll look at is budgeting. So one of the key features in BI360 is that you can design with its Excel add-in any type of input form, whether that's a detailed budget form, forecast form, or other types of input. For example, KPIs, trackings that you want to measure against your actual KPI data in Power BI. For an end user, it's really easy to enter data in BI360. They work through what we call assignments. I will just show you two quick examples. Opening a forecast form, you can see that that could look like this, where we have actual data from your ERP system, year to date, which in this case would be up to September. And then I could enter the forecast for the remaining months of the year. When I'm done with this, I can press the Store button, and directly here in my browser, this data is now saved into the BI360 data warehouse we talked about a few minutes ago, and it's all sitting here in this portal in the Microsoft Azure Cloud, exactly where you're also managing Power BI. One other example of an input form could be this. Here we see numerous examples: payroll, travel expenses, capital budgets, and so on. But I will go in and show you an example of a sales budget form where we have products, customers, quantities, and prices. And again, we can capture some numbers there, and we can save this data into the BI360 data warehouse. So you can imagine in your organization either a few central users in charge of capturing budgets and forecasts, or BI360 spread across a large number of users in your organization. And the workflow that you can see a little bit of here on the left side of the menu can manage the tracking of all of those users and the status of where they are in the input process. However, today we're going to focus on how BI360 interacts with your Power BI application to deliver all of this data sitting here in the data warehouse, and any of the data you captured from a budgeting forecast standpoint, deliver that out to Power BI. And that is really simple because both of these applications reside in the Azure Cloud, and there's a pre-built connector in BI360. It's very quick to get the data into Power BI. So here you're looking again at the data warehouse in BI360 where you captured any data that you want. These are just examples of different modules that I'm using in my sample data warehouse. Let's say we want to take our detailed sales data and our general ledger data and expose that to Power BI. So this is really where you open up access into the BI360 data warehouse from Power BI. So we'll save this. And then next we can go over to Power BI. And here in Power BI, we go into Get Data. And then we'll see the menu with the different connectors that Microsoft and its partners have created. So if we search for BI360, we can see it comes up there. And then next, it will try to talk to the BI360 cloud, again, also sitting in the Microsoft Azure cloud, and it's asking for the API. So if we come back here, we can select the URL to the API here, paste that in, and click OK. Now Power BI can see what we exposed in BI360. And if you remember, we exposed our sales data and our general ledger data, and it also found the dimensions that exist in those modules. So that came automatically. So we can now say what we want to load in to Power BI, and you can see we get a quick preview here on the right. We'll also bring with us the product dimension and departments and customers. And then we can say load, and now Power BI extracts this data from the BI360 cloud. And then the next step is really all in Power BI, and that is to design your different dashboards. So we're going to quickly hop back to BI360, and we're going to close out of here, and we're going over to Power BI. And here you can see an example of a pre-built Power BI desktop that's consuming the data that we pulled out of BI360. And of course, it's up to you how you design your Power BI dashboards. This is just an example. And as you know, with Power BI, they can be very interactive and very user-friendly to share your data and improve decisions, make them faster, and allow your end users to have graphical analysis, whether it's looking at it this way, or here's another example, looking at sales data from BI360. And you even saw how we captured sales forecasting there in one of the input forms in BI360. And now that can all be part of what you're consuming here in Power BI. So with that said, we've done a full, quick tour both of BI360, how we can load data from your different cloud or on-premise data sources, how you can enter budget and forecast, run formatted reports in BI360, and how we can deliver the data out to Power BI for professional dashboards. If you look at BI360 and Power BI from a customer standpoint, this is how one of the well-known rating websites are looking at these two solutions. And this is from G2 Crowd. So on the left side, you can see customers are rating well-known corporate performance management tools, where you find BI360 here in the leaders quadrant. On the right side, customers are rating business intelligence tools. And here you can find Power BI also in the leaders quadrant. So you have two leading tools, and you get the best of corporate performance management managed by your finance team in BI360, and the